And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome inside the Galactic Shenanigans studio. I am Coaster Royalty. So glad you could join us here on this Wednesday evening, afternoon. I guess it's evening across the pond. And got the guys. You can probably hear them in the background. I forgot to take them off of here. So, guys, if you could just give me just a second here to get my introduction done. But, guys, just like I said, we are getting ready for the big Pro-Am event here on Shenanigans Live, and that's what's coming up. We're going to be talking about the rules. We're going to have the live reveal, which is going to be the Wheel of Doom. And so we're looking forward to that. And we're going to be talking about the courses and a lot more here this afternoon. So grab yourself an Oreo cookie and a big old glass of milk and get ready, because we are ready for the hooking slice on Shenanigans Live. And welcome back into the studio here. I am Coaster Royalty. So glad you could join us this afternoon. And we're inside the studio here. And as you guys are chatting it up there on the side, you can see over here to my right, the chat will pop up here on the screen. And so we're really looking forward to this show, and welcome into the hooking slice here on Shenanigans Live. It is Wednesday, August the 8th of 2018, so 8/8/18. And guys, we're still waiting on the Golf Club 2019 to come out, so we thought, what better way to continue our fun tournaments? We've had the Ryder Cup, we've had the President's Cup, both of which have been kind of runaways. And so we came up with the idea this time to do a Pro-Am event. And so what this is kind of like, just to kind of get this in before I bring the guys in, is the pro aspect are the captains, the guys who are typically at the top of the leaderboard. They're highest ranked. They're World and PGA Tour players on the TGC Tour. Those guys are the pros. And so they're going to be captains, and they're already captains of their own teams. There are 6 captains, and today we're going to add 3 players who would be considered AM. Now, not all of them are amateur in regards to their play on the game, but they didn't make the cut for the captaincy. And so they'll be moved down into the actual amateur part, and they'll be the ones that will be joining the captains on their teams. We'll be getting to that part during the second part of our show here this afternoon. But first thing I want to do is bring in my fellow administrators for the Galactic Shenanigans Golf Society. I have Steve Galetta here, who is Captain Rax. He is joining us. How you doing, Steve?
Let's go! Oh, wait, that was President Scott. Sorry. Wrong one. Wrong one.
And we have from across the pond, Mr. Darren Fairhurst, Fairhurst 1970. How you doing, pal?
I'm good. Far more classier intro than Steve there. But he knows people, so I better be quiet.
And, of course, from the great state of Florida, our graphics extraordinaire, Mr. Rich LP68. Rich, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, whatever.
Hasn't had his frap yet. Needs a frap.
Yeah, if you guys know, Rich just woke up, so he's probably in one of his moods so far. But guys, we will get to the actual live draft, so don't go anywhere. Stick with us until the end. That'll be taking place in the second part of the show. But the first thing I want to do is I want to go over the rules and the regulations for this event. It's going to be a little bit different than the President's Cup and the Ryder Cup, just because the idea that we came up with is a little bit different. So I want to make sure that everybody is aware of the rules, exactly what they have to do, what the regulations are, what the scoring is. We're going to take a look at the courses. We're going to do all of these things here this afternoon and this evening. So let's get right into it, guys. We'll head right on over to the rules studio, and so we'll pick this up and we'll see what the guys think about these rules as well. And here we go, guys. I've got the my little animation guy there. That's me, showing you guys that we are doing the rules and the regulations. So let's go ahead and get started. We got Justin saying Trump, Trump, Trump in the chat. Wrong tournament, Justin. That's over. All right, so here we go, guys. We'll start the rules and the regulations presentation. Give me just a second to get my cursor where it needs to be, because I got my multiple stuff going. There we go. All right. So, just a real quick glance at the rules here, guys. Each round will be played in the Elite Friends Golf Society. This is Steve's society. Steve is in charge of keeping the societies in regards to the tournaments and things up and running. And he'll be doing that for the new Galactic Shenanigans Society as well. And this is on the PS4. I've had a lot of people ask if they can play on the Xbox and things like that. This is only for the PS4, and the guys who are playing know who they are. Please make sure you have joined this society for the event. Now, I know that Miss Putt said that there is a very likely chance that there is someone that might not be wanting to play after all of this, and we might have some people on standby. So we're hoping that that's not the case. We hope that the 24 people who committed to play will continue to play, and we'll see how that goes here this afternoon. Rule number 2 says each round will be played in the society tournament as a normal round of golf. So you're more than welcome to go in the tournament and play it as a normal round. You don't have to do anything special if you don't want to, but you're more than welcome. All right, good. Thank you, Miss Putz. I appreciate that. So High Sky is in, so that's a good thing. I appreciate that, Liz. So in other words, you can just go in and play the actual tournament itself. You don't actually have to do anything special. You don't have to stream or anything like that if you don't want to. Now, we would rather prefer you do that, but you will not have to. You can just go in and play your round of golf anytime that you wish. If you we prefer that you do stream it so people can watch. At least one person streaming on your team makes for a great tournament. And we know that from our past tournaments. The more people that can watch your show, the better it is, and the more fun it is and more competitive that it is. Rule 3, for every round, each player, this is very important, so please, please, please pay attention to this, guys. For every round, each player needs to send your scorecard to Fairhurst 1970 and Coaster Royalty via the PSN Messenger. Please do not put the cards in the Pro-Am thread. I started a new Pro-Am thread yesterday that everybody is in. Please do not use that to banter, to trash talk, or do any of those things. Please only utilize that for information and questions to myself and to Darren and to Steve and to Rich. Okay, do not use that to banner because it just messes everything up in regards to trying to find messages. Let's just try and keep that as clean as we possibly can. But again, each round, every single person, you must send these cards because these are games we're playing and it's going to be a little bit different in the scoring. So we must have your scorecards for each round. If you do not send your scorecard, you will have to go back in and play your ghost ball and send us your score, okay? And then that way, or if you don't do that, you will be disqualified. So please keep in mind that your entire team will be disqualified for that specific round if you do not send in your scorecard. Very important there. Number 4, practice is allowed on the courses until midnight Eastern Standard Time, the night before a round begins. So in other words, we start on Friday. Everybody can play until Thursday night at midnight. That's 5 a.m. British time. Okay, and you can play until that time in regards to the courses that we are playing. We'll be going over the courses here in just a little bit. No chipping on the greens unless you are obstructed. This includes pitching and flopping. This is the Rich rule. This is the Rich rule. So there you go. That just goes along with the TGC Tours rule. Players can play with any club set that you choose. You can use standard, player, or tour. No problem there. Uniforms. Each captain will not choose. The director, the tournament director, has already chosen colors for each team. And so you will wear the colors that your team has been chosen by the tournament director for those specific rounds. 8, if possible, string of your match would be preferred, but it is not required, like I said. So everything there is pretty self-explanatory, very similar to the ones that we've done before. I'm going to throw it to the guys. Is there anything that is not on there that we need to make mention of at this time?
Yeah, one thing I thought of, it's kind of a unique circumstance we're in right now. If the new game should come out during this tournament, I'm pretty sure we're going to want to continue this tournament on the original game, correct?
That is it, and I think what will happen there, and it's a great question, Rich, what we'll do is the 4 of us will get together and we will decide if we're going to continue the tournament on. I think it will depend on how far we're into the tournament. However, the more and more that I've been talking to people and seeing streams and seeing what HB Studios has been saying, and especially the thing that was sent to me this morning by Jack, it's looking
Yeah.
more and more like it's going to be happening in September, not August.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to get that clear that we will, so that everybody knows, continue on this.
All right, it'll be on this game only if we
Yeah.
continue it on. Yes, correct. Very good.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good question.
Okay.
All right. Anything from you, Steve or Darren?
Yeah, the only other thing I want to reiterate is about sending in the scorecards. Because of the formats we're using, we need to know individual whole scores for each individual player. So even if it's the last person sending, as long as we've got scorecards for everybody, then that's the main thing.
Okay.
Right.
Steve, anything from you?
And
I think everything is good.
Go ahead, Darren.
No, all I'm going to say is that what we will probably do is that from players' ends, all that you will see is scores in a leaderboard, but I'm guessing that where we obviously can, we'll either do a broadcast or on the website put up scoring, which you're going to go through in a minute.
Right. Yeah, we're going to have a review show after every round. So, and I'm not going on vacation or anything, so we'll have one each and every time this time. That won't be a problem. All right, guys, if there's any questions about the rules or anything that you have there, please go ahead and put that into the chat there for me so I can answer those questions as we continue our thing here. Now we're going to go round by round and let everybody know what's going on. Round 1, which will begin on Friday, you will have 2 days, Friday and Saturday, to play your round 1. This will be the general 4-ball stroke play. Everybody will play, and everybody's score will count towards the overall score for the round. Again, you will not be competing against just one team, but you're competing against the other 5 teams for league table points. So in other words, player 1 scores -5, player 2 scores -6, player 1 -1, player 4 even. That gives your team a total of -12. All right, we will take these scores combined for all 6 teams. The team with the lowest amount, okay, will not. No, Foster, you have not missed the teams. That's during part 2. We're just doing the rules right now, buddy. So in other words, like for example, if I had -16, then and somebody else had -17, I would say I got second place. The team in second place will receive 5 points, and we'll get to that scoring in just a second. So this is round 1. This is the Team 4 stroke play. This is what we are doing beginning this Friday. Again, if you have any questions as we go through these, just please let me know, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Round 2 is Vegas Golf. Now, this is the one where many of you are going to have questions. And that's because many of you probably have not played Vegas Golf, which is one of our side games that we do in Shenanigans games on the Society. You're going to be competing in Vegas Golf. Each captain will be choosing to pair their team up into 2s. So the captain will choose who they want to play with, and then the other 2 players will play. You will play the round, and then we will add the points up Vegas Golf style. So in other words, let's say, okay, that the par on a hole was a 4, okay? I birdie the hole and my partner gets a par. That is 34. So you would have 34. We would add up the 18 holes, so 34, 44, 54, 43, whatever it is. The lowest score goes first, all right? So what that means is if I got a birdie and my partner got a par, that's 34. If we both got a par, it's 44. If I got a par and a bogey, it's a 45. And so we add up the 18 holes. You can see there, player 1 and player 2 got 741. That's a terrible score, by the way. Player 1 and player 2 here on the second team got 645. That's a decent score. We'll take those 2 numbers, add them together, all right? And the team, all right, that has the lowest score will be the winners of that round, all right? So hope you can do that. Yes, Wugs, I know you said you can't listen, but he says I can read everything. Yes, you will be able to read and see everything. That is for sure. Yeah, Duncan, we moved everything back for you, just so you know, right? All right. Let's see. All right. Any questions there? Guy, anything from you guys on the first 2 rounds?
No, the lower the better. That's the thing to remember.
Lower the better.
Lower the better, yep.
All right, round 3, guys, is Stableford. It's Team Stableford. All 4 team members will play the round, and we will add the scores up based on the scorecards in Stableford scoring format. Each player's score will count, and the highest total score will get more points in the league table scoring parameter. So in other words, if you get 12, there you go. And I'm just going to read it out to you. But obviously, the higher number here, the better off that you are. Okay, Stableford's pretty simple. If you haven't played it before, it's a very simple process. And again, we will take care of the scoring. You will not have to do that on your end. Just send in the scorecards, please. Okay, round 4 is 4-ball top 2. All 4 players on the team will play this round, and the top 2 scores on each hole will count for the score. So in other words, all 4 players play hole 1. Okay, let's say that me and Darren, we got -1, and we both birdied the hole, and then Rich and Steve both had pars. So we'll take the 2 birdies as the top 2 scores, and that's what will count for that score. So in other words, hole 1, let's say they both birdied, they'll end up at -2 for hole 1. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everybody. We're taking the top 2 scores on each hole for that specific hole, and we'll do it for all 18. And Erickson wants to know, is it Stableford or modified Stableford? Darren, you're the scorekeeper here, so what is it?
Yeah, we're basically going to play it, so we'll just go for it.
Hold on.
4 for an eagle, 3 for a birdie, 2 for a par, 1 for a bogey, nothing for anything else.
Okay, so there you go. 4 for, did you say 4 for an eagle?
4 for an eagle, 3 for a birdie, 2 for a par, 1 for a bogey.
Okay, there you go.
What about an albatross? What about my albatrosses?
Well, just add 2 on top. Let's say 1 on top. It's not rocket science, is it? Dear God.
Listen to this guy. What about my albatrosses? Wow.
That's regular Stableford. Yes, good. All right, guys, so we'll move to round 5. Round 5 is when I think this is going to be really fun too. I think this is going to be my favorite one, I think. At the end of round 4, the captains will then put their players into flights. Flight A, Flight B, Flight C, and Flight D. Each flight will play a round of stroke play against the other team's flight of their specific letter. So if I'm Flight A, then I'm going to go up against a Flight A from the other 5 teams. So that's how that would work. Each flight will have corresponding points, so there are 24 points up for grabs. So in other words, there will be 6 Flight A members. The winner for Flight A gets 6 points, the second for 5, third one 4. And so there's a chance for 24 points in round 5, where there's only 6 points allowed for the other 4 rounds. So you can really, really catch up if you're a little bit behind here. And hopefully this is going to be a little bit more even than the ones we've had in the past 2 specific events. So there you go, guys. Those are the 5 rounds. Really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be so much kind of contention and competition. It's going to be really, really fun. Wug says, is that bogey equals 1, par equals 2, birdie? Yes. Yes, Duncan. Yes. I know you can't hear us. I forgot about that.
I've answered.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. So I think what we have next is the scoring table. Yep. All right, so we'll head to the scoring table now. Scoring for this event will be league table based. This means that each round will have a total of 21 points up for grabs. Below is the chart that we will use for the scoring in this event. So let's take round 1. Round 1 is the 4-ball stroke play. All right, let's say that, I don't know, let's just say that the team unknown, okay, just because I don't want to give it, anybody's names away or anything like that. 6 points if they win. All right, so if they get the lowest score, they win. Now, your question is going to be, well, what happens if we have a tie? If we have a tie, all right, this is one thing that we have not discussed as a group. So I want to talk to these guys right now and decide, are we going to give, if someone ties for first place, are we both going to give them 6 points, or are we going to do something else? What are your all's thoughts on that?
I think if they tie, they should get 5.5 points each, and then we move down to third place.
Yeah, you do it like you would do prior. So you take first and second together, divide by 2.
2, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, that would be hard. Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, there you go. There's your answer, guys. So we'll keep it at that. I think that is Okay, so guys, we'll head back over into the studio now, and we'll get ready. Find it. There we go. head back over here into the studio, and now that we've had the rules, and I think we've answered almost everybody's questions, or at least I hope so, let's get into the fun part of the show now here this afternoon, and that is, it's time for, maybe, hold on. There we go. It's time for the Wheel of Doom and the draft, if you want to call it that, and the format for today is what we are doing. You guys just have to give me just a second here to get everything up on board here. Go. Making sure everything still looks good. All right. NF3, how you divide 5 into 3. That's we'll make sure we got
just 6.33. Yeah, it'll be fine.
We'll make sure that it works out, Elizabeth. I promise. All right. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Let's get right in. The Rubik's Cube is still there, Jakey. I'm covering it, and that's because I'm way over here because I have to do work on my computer. So you just relax. All right. Okay, guys. Here we go. Now I'm trying to get myself back on track. We are going to reveal who is going to be on what teams. Okay? So before we go to the wheel, all right, I'm going to go to the teams and show you what the teams are and who the captains are and the colors of each team before we get into the actual wheel. So let's head on over to our graphics department now, and we'll notice, oh, I've got the wheel up there, don't I? That's not what I want. Apologize about that, guys. Give me just a second. There we go. Had the wrong thing up there for you. Okay. Let's go back up to the top. Team 1 is the 4 Horsemen, spelled F-O-R-E, Horsemen. There you can see the logo. I spent some time working on the logos last night. Captain is Darren Fairhurst, 1970, and they will be wearing orange and black. So their colors will be orange and black. And so there you go. That's team number 1. Team number 2 is captained by Cathalos, 1991, and they are balls deep. Their colors will be green and black. Team 3 is the Swinging Johnsons, and they'll be captained by Captain Rax, good old Steve, and their colors will be red and black.
A lot of black.
Yeah, everyone has black.
Nice.
Team 4, and my favorite logo that I made, is the Wicked Golfers. Captained by, look who's made a resurgence, guys. He's made an appearance, good old Coqui Coco. And George will be wearing blue and black.
Puerto Rican pride. Is he gay? I didn't know that.
Oh, geez. Team 5 will be Fosty 73's team. And that is the team named Drawshank Redemption. Their colors will be white and black. And Team 6, and this is where we had, and I apologize, guys, for our delay this afternoon. For about 10 minutes, we had a change in captaincy. And the last captain and the last team will be captained by Wugs. And his team will be Sons of Pitches. Sons of Pitches. And his colors will be yellow and black. There you go, guys. Those are the teams. And so let's get ready for the wheel. So we'll head on over to the wheel now and actually get it the right way like I wanted it to. It should be working out just fine. I hope so. There we go. All right. Now we're ready to go. All right, guys, as you can see over top of my, what's this shoulder, I guess, it'll be my left shoulder. All right. The wheel is now on the board. All members, excluding Wugs, is on this board. Okay. So we are replacing Wugs. So when you see Wugs' name, that's going to be Looper for life. All right. So we had Looper in there as captain. He didn't get back with me. He didn't message me or anything. I've asked for team names and I have not heard anything from him. So we have moved Wugs into that position. And so Wugs is not on the board anymore. That will be, so when that name comes up, I didn't have time to change it, guys. I just didn't. It was a last minute thing. And so that's going to be Looper for life. All right. So what will happen? We are going to spin the wheel 6 times. Okay. Each time that the wheel spins will be on a team. Okay. So what we will do is Rich will let everyone know before each spin whose team this next spin will be on. For example, spin number 1. Whoever's name pops up first, that person will be on Team Fairhurst, which is actually the 4 horsemen. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Once that person's name is chosen, it goes off of the wheel. And then now there's one less person on the wheel. So it will always stay randomized. I've got a randomizer here on the wheel, so it's done at different speeds and different seconds. So it will always be something different. All right. And so without further ado, guys, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Ready.
Or spin, or whatever.
Let's go.
All right. Well,
Let's go.
someone tell Wugs that he's on the wheel, but I was I was saying that I had to change it. So. All right, guys, here we go. Spin number 1. Okay, this person goes to the 4 horsemen. And let's see here. I need to make sure one thing before I spin. I need to make sure that this up is. All right, here we go.
Click the spin.
And all right, so Ty Cobb 99. Ty Cobb 99. You are on Fairhurst's team, so you are a member of 4 horsemen. All right, guys, there we go. All right, Rich, who's up next?
Team Cathalos, the Balls Deep.
All right, so next up is Balls Deep, and the next person on Balls Deep will be Mr. Joey Man. So Mr. Joey Man joins Team Cathalos and Balls Deep. All right, Rich, who's up next?
Swinging Johnsons.
All right, so the Swinging Johnsons. This is Steve's. And we'll go ahead and click that wheel. Here we go. And it stops at Lato 1973. So Lato 1973 is on
There we
Team
go.
Swinging Johnsons. All right, who's up next?
The Wicked Golfers.
All right, so the Wicked Golfers. Here comes George's first teammate. And we'll click that wheel, and it's spinning away. And on George's team, we have Pachulio 5. So there is Matt. Matt is off of the board, and he joins Team Kokwi Coco and the Wicked Golfers. All right, Team 5 is Drawshank Redemption. Yep, I remember that one.
Okay.
I remember that one.
Sorry.
And here we go. So on Fosty's team will be Diesel Zombies. Diesel Zombies is the first member of Team Fosty. All right, and the last spin for round 1. This will go to Wugs. And Wugs' team is, say it again for me, Rich.
Sons of Pitches.
The Sons of Pitches. There we go. And joining Wugs on Sons of Pitches will be Bowtech 5. So there we go. Bowtech 5 has joined Team Wugs and the Sons of Pitches. So there we go, guys. Round 1. So let's head back on over to the teams and let's do a real quick recap of what is going on here. We'll take a look at the team for 4 horsemen. It consists of Fairhurst 1970 and Ty Cobb 99. Second team here, Cathalos 1991, has not only Cathalos, but Mr. Joey Man. Team 3, which is the Swinging Johnsons, has Captain Rax and Lato 1973. Team 4, the Wicked Golfers, has Kokwi Coco and Pachulio 5. Hey, George, how you doing, buddy? We're just showing right now we've done one spin, so you haven't missed too much. We've just missed a little bit. But here's your first teammate, George, you and Pachulio 5 so far. For the Drawshank Redemption, it's Fosty 73 and Diesel Zombies. And for the Sons of Pitches, Wugs and Bowtech 5. So, guys, what are your thoughts on round 1 so far?
Oh, more than happy. I've got a winner. I've got a winner in my team. And I only deal with winners. So there you go.
Ringer.
Nothing more to be said.
Ringer.
Steve, what do you think about your addition?
I'm fine with that. Hey, I know Lato. He's a good player.
I tell you what, I think that the duo of Matt, Pachulio, and George, that's big time there on the first round, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
I like that.
It's not that good.
Like that.
It's not that good. It's all right. It's bit meh.
I'll tell you what, there's still some big names out there on the wheel, guys. So let's head on back over to the wheel, and let's see what is left on the wheel. And let's see who is discovered next here. So we're going back up to team number 1 now, and team number 1, which is the Four Horsemen, and the second member for Darren's team. Here we go. And it is Who's 4974. So there's Gary off the board. Gary's joining us. It's been a while since Gary has played with us, and so glad he was able to get in on time and join this event. I hope he really enjoys it, as long as he can get away from No Man's Sky long enough to play. All right. I know he and Matt will laugh at that. All right. All right, guys. Team number 2, which is Cathalos' team, which is Balls Deep. Let's find out who will be playing on Balls Deep, and the spin is away. And it is Imscarn FBI. So Imscarn FBI will be playing with Cathalos. All right, we're down to Team 3, and Team 3 is the Swinging Johnsons. So let's find out who will be joining Steve's team. Here, the spin is away. And it will be, oh boy, Miss Putz.
Oh, yeah.
So Miss Putz, Elizabeth, is on the Swinging Johnsons. All right, I have to say this. We predicted this today. We literally predicted this.
You know what? Listen.
Go ahead, Steve. I want to hear you get out of this. Listen.
There's an adult novelty store not too far from here. We can buy a strap-on, okay? It's not that hard.
That's why, Elizabeth. That's why. She asked why we were laughing. All right, Fosty's already got a grievance. All right, Fosty, if you have a grievance, you have to go through Darren. Darren's the one taking care of the grievances today. All right, we're down to Team 4. Team 4 is George's, so we're talking Wicked Golfers. And so we'll go ahead and click the spinning wheel, and let's find out who will be joining George. And it is Davy Mac, 1977. So Davy Mac, 1977.
Strong team, strong team.
Strong. Yep. Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be a strong team.
All right. Down to Team 5. This is Fosty's team. So let's find out who will be joining Fosty. on Drawshank Redemption. And it will be Malster. So there's Martin. Martin's off the board, and he will be joining Fosty's team.
I bet you Fosty's got another grievance.
Want somebody that can actually put, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're getting around or down to the last spin for team. Excuse me, for round number 2. Excuse me, and this will be for Team Wugs and the Sons of Pitches. And here we go. And it will be Cab 5290. So Caleb comes off the board and will be a member of Team Wugs. All right, so let's head on back over to the teams and we'll take a look at and review the first 2 rounds. Look at team number 1, which is the 4 Horsemen. It consists of Darren Fairhurst 1970, Ty Cobb 99, Who's 4974, and then we'll have that last spot coming up in just a second. Balls Deep has Cathalos 1991 and Mr. Joey Man and M. Scarn FBI. Steve and the Swinging Johnsons has Plateau 1973 and Miss Putz. George and Wicked Golfers has the Chulio 5, that's Matt and Davy Mac 1977. Fosty has Diesel Zombies and Malster. And Team 6, Wugs, has Bowtech 5 and Cab 5290. All right, guys, we're down to the last 6 people on the wheel. So we're going to find out where those 6 people land coming up next. So we'll head back over to the Wheel of Doom. We're going to find out the last team member who will join Team Fairhurst and the 4 Horsemen. Spin number 1 and the last one for Team 4 Horsemen. Here we go. And it will be Coaster Royalty.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, so Coaster Royalty joins Team Fairhurst. All right, we're moving down to Cathalos now. Cathalos' 4th and final member. Here comes the spin. And it will be Tat 22020. So there is Daryl off the board. He goes to Cathalos' team. All right, we are down to the Swinging Johnsons. And the Swinging Johnsons pick up Looper for Life.
Oh, winners.
Wow. Oh, Bobby and Liz, they've partnered each other, haven't they, before as well?
Bobby, Liz, and Steve. Here we go again.
All right, guys, here we go. Team number 4, which is George's team. And George and the Wicked Golfers will be picking up Rich LP 68. So Rich joins Team Puerto Rico.
That's a good team.
You might actually win something.
Honorary Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Rich, you might actually get your first ever win.
Yay! Well, they say the 8th time is a charm.
I thought we were way past 8, but okay. All right. We got 2 members left here on the board, so let's find out which one of these 2. Will it be Jack or will it be High Sky that will be joining Team Fosty? And Fosty will be picking up Sire 0329. So there we go. Jack joins Team Fosty. And that means High Sky 666 will be joining Team Wugs. All right, so there we go, guys. That will finish up the wheel. And we will head now back over to the teams, and we will do one final review of the wheel. Take a oh, not the wheel. Sorry, that's my fault, guys. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right, and we'll get the guys' thoughts on the teams as well as we go down through here. We'll take a look at them one by one. All right, first one, Four Horsemen. All right, it's captained by Fairhurst 1970. We're wearing orange and black, and it consists of Ty Cobb 99, Who's 4974, and Coaster Royalty. First off, let's get Darren's thoughts since he's the captain. What do you think, sir?
It's a very solid team, isn't it? They'll play well on all formats, and as long as we can stop Justin from sulking, we'll be fine. We'll be up there.
I'm anxious to see how Daryl plays because Daryl, I'm sure he's been continuing to play golf, but we haven't played a lot with him, so we don't really know what all he's been doing.
You mean Gary?
Gary, my fault. I did it again. I always do that. See, I told you. It's in my head. I can't get it out of there. Yes, Gary. That's what I meant. Yes.
Well, this is what I like to see in my team, because my team, Gary, is already out practicing on courses. That's dedication. That's what I want.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Any thoughts from Rich and Steve on this team?
They're losers. They're going down.
Strong team, man. It's strong.
All right, we'll head down to
Dwayne. You've been playing out of your mind. Justin's been playing well, so that's going to be a tough. Of course, Darren.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough team, but it's no dream team.
And which one is Rich?
No, the dream team's coming up shortly. I'm going to point that out to you in a second.
All right, here's Balls Deep. This is Cathalos' 1991 team. They're going to be wearing green and black. It consists of Mr. Joey Man, M. Scarn, FBI, and Tat 2220. What are your all's thoughts on this team?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Kahal and Tat will be good teammates.
Yeah. Tough to beat. Joey Man can hit the score. Ian can score.
Ian can score. I mean,
Joey Man started off cold because he'd laid off for such a long time, but lately he's been playing really well.
Yep, so I agree.
And we know Ian and Daryl can play, and of course Kahal is great. So that's a tough team too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not as good as mine, though. But not as good as mine.
All right, we'll head down to the Swinging Johnsons.
The team coming up. Yeah, the team coming up.
There we go. I appreciate those nice words, Matt Duke. Matt Duke says, this is so fun. Keep going. Always cool to watch. I appreciate those kind words, buddy. All right. So, Steve, we'll let you go ahead since this is your team. What's your thoughts on your team? Lato, Miss Putz, and Looper for life.
Well, what is there to say? Just winners. I mean, this team is loaded.
Well, Steve's been on a downward spiral lately.
Yeah,
Miss Putz is struggling.
Yeah,
Bobby,
struggling.
Bobby. So it's going to be up to Lato to carry this team, I think.
I think so. I think so.
How far down you got to dig up dirt about this team, huh?
We got to.
Oh, we can go deep. We can go deep. Don't worry about that.
We have to make sure that we just we have to figure out some way to get Elizabeth to just like rage quit, and then we'll be okay.
Yeah,
she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
No par fives. No par fives.
There's not many par. And the greens are terrible. They're all over the place. Just it's like.
Let's change all the courses to Oakmont.
1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. We'll be fine.
Don't listen to them, Liz.
All right. Team
We're
4.
We're in your head.
Team 4. Wicked Golfers. This is George's team. Consists of Pachulio 5, Davy Mac 1977, and Rich LP. Rich, what are your thoughts on your team here?
Oh my God, what a team! This is just like if God pointed his finger down from heaven and picked a team, this would be it. I mean, what more could you ask?
Wow.
It's
I don't know.
Right. I've seen better. I've seen better.
I think it's a good team. I know Davey Mack's playing really, really well. Matt's playing well.
Mhm.
Rich just hasn't won anything, and this,
No.
it's interesting. But well, they're going to be wearing blue and black, so we'll know them pretty well. And
Yeah, black and blue. That's how we're going to be leaving the other teams, black and blue.
All right, guys. Look at Team 5
Licking
then.
their wounds.
Let's look at Fosty's team. Diesel Zombies, Mouster, and Sire 0329. So for Drawshank Redemption, what are your all thoughts on this one?
It's a solid team. Solid team.
I don't see how they win a match.
Wow.
Wow.
No.
Wow. That's a solid team, Matt.
Fossey can beat everybody.
No, absolutely.
Malster's been playing good. Martin's been playing good. I mean, we give him a lot of shit, but he has been playing well lately.
Yeah.
Jack is as good as anybody on a good day.
Jack's coming back. Partner's coming back. He played well in the last round at Birkdale.
Mm-hmm.
Good team.
Mm-hmm.
Good team.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
I got to be honest, I don't know much about Diesel Zombies, but the other guys are solid. And I'm sure he is too. I just don't know.
All right, and Team 6, Wuggs' team. Sons of Pitches, Bowtech 5, Cab 5290, and High Sky 666. What are your all's thoughts here?
Good luck.
I don't know anything about High Sky.
I don't know
Caleb,
High Sky. Bowtech and Wuggs, hey, that's a great combo.
That's a good pair.
Yeah,
That's
Wuggs is great. Bowtech's great. Caleb can play great. He can play excellent. Sometimes he struggles, but other times he plays very well.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know, on any given day,
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. It's hard. If I look at these, we're gonna have some competitive things. And again, remember, guys, most of this is all about how your team does. So it's not like you are pairing up, someone with another person on a team. You're going up against the other 5 teams all in the same round. So you have to keep that in mind. This is a little bit different format than we're used to. So it's going to be a big change. And I'm anxious to see how it works out and how this works and to see what we like about it and what we don't like about it.
It's also, some of the formats like Vegas Golf, and I'm not talking about this because of this particular team, but on every team, like in Vegas Golf, you can protect your lesser players because their score only really counts for a point or two here and there. I mean, because in Vegas Golf, if your top guy scores a 3 and your bad guy scores an 8, you're only losing, 4 or 5
points maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Strategy comes into it.
And that's going to be a big part of this as well. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're actually going to head back over to the rules. I want to go over the the courses now. We're going to go over the courses and stuff here before we finish up the show for this evening. So we'll head on over to the courses. And the round 1 course, we're going to be playing at Blackfriars Hunt and Golf Club. So guys who've played this course, I know Matt says that he thinks it's pretty simple. He said if the winds aren't bad, you can get close to the pin, the scores are going to be really low. But what are your all's thoughts here, guys?
You've got to think your way around it.
Yeah.
You've got to think your way around it.
Although, now that Matt said the winds were calm, the winds are going to be blowing 24 miles an hour.
Yeah, it'll be 25 miles an hour.
Because Steve said so.
Yeah.
I think any sort of wind on that course makes it difficult because there's some really tight drives and you're having to hit over trees and round trees and there's some of the elevation changes there as well. It's a tough course.
I love it. I love this course. I absolutely love this course.
That's what I like to hear, teammate.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite. And again, I'm glad I chose. This is the one that we chose last. We actually put this in place of the Crab Claw. We were going to use Crab Claw, but we thought we'd try this one since most people hadn't played it before. And so it turned out to be really nice. It's a Scarpacci course. So we know it's designed extremely well, and it can be difficult. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the scores are here on the team 4-ball stroke play. All right, we'll take a look at round 2's course, and this is made by one of the members of our community. He always comes into our streams, and he's always been really courteous, and we wanted to give back to him. And this is Vlad the Myrtle's course, Purgatory Golf Club Tour Day. So what are your all's thoughts on this one?
It's a... Go on, Rich.
Go ahead.
No,
all I was going to say was I haven't had a chance to play it yet. That's all.
I have yet to play too. Yeah.
There's some nice risk and reward holes on it.
Yes.
Hole 1 is straight off the bat. Par 4, 300 yards. Do you go for it? Land in the bunker? Do you play short and chip up? It's an interesting course, and given that this is the Vegas golf course as well, it'll be good. It'll be a good one.
We're playing Vegas golf, and we chose this for Vegas golf because there is risk reward, and that could really matter on those points. So we're looking to see at that. Yes, there is a 700-yard plus par 5 on this course, so that'll be interesting as well. You're exactly right, Matt. So we're looking forward to that as we move forward.
Jesus, it's like a five shot par 5 for us pussy player. Club.
We'll get some proper clubs.
Round 3, guys. Round 3 is Reverend Green Golf Club. Reverend Green Golf Club, and this is Darren's personal choice. So what's your all thoughts on this one?
Beautiful course. I love this course.
Yeah, it's a good course.
I played one practice round on it, but it was just a spectacular course.
Agree.
And given that it's the Stableford one, I think, there's one tough par 4 that's about 520, 530 yards, but if the wind's reasonable, pretty much all the par 5s are reachable. It's a scoring course.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, that one will be fun as well. Round 4's course will be Arthur's Pass National Park. Thoughts?
Haven't played it.
Good course. I think the thing to watch with this one is you got to be thinking about your yardages because there's quite a few elevation changes on it. But
you could say a plethora.
A plethora of elevation
changes, Take note, Griff. Take note. But it's another nice course to play around, and it'll be good given that this is the 2-ball best ball.
From the picture, it looks great too. I'm eager to play this course.
Yeah, it's a beautiful course.
I got to pick this one up too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful course, and what we did when we chose the courses, just to let everyone know, is Darren and I got together and we tried to decide. We wanted to do a different theme for each course. So we have a Highlands, we have a Swiss, we have I forget which ones we've used, Boreal, countryside, yeah. So, and I think, we did a good job of trying to find courses that are really good, but not a lot of people in our group have played. Like, we didn't want to go the route where we've played the course thousands of times and it gets old, right? So we wanted to try something a little different in that regard. So that's what we've done. Round 5's course is Smuggler's Notch. Your all's thoughts here?
It's a good scar patchy course, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You know what you're going to get with this. You know it's straight off the bat. You've got a par 5. Again, risk and reward hole. You can start your round fast. You can start the round slowly, and that can set the tone very, very easily. And the whole course is like that. It's a really nice course.
And I think it's great for the flight because we're going to see a lot of different scores in those flights, I think. And that's you're going to see the big discrepancy from flight A to flight D. Right, yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a beautiful course. Right. I love the fact that we only have one semi-links looking course in this batch.
Well, we played so many links courses on the last President's Cup that I wanted to get away from that. Yep. All right, so we'll head back on over into the studio now.
My favorite, but you can play too much. Too much ice cream.
All right, guys, here we are back in the studio now, and that's going to just about wrap up our show here for this evening. So now it's time for the Q&A session. If you have any questions that you would like to have answered, anything in regards to this tournament or the event, and you're a member of it and you want to play or just ask and you want to watch or whatever, if you have any questions, now is your time to asked. So if you have any questions there in the stream, please do it now as we get ready to wrap up this edition of the Hooking Slice. You know, it was really fun doing the President's Cup. It was a shame that it was kind of uneven in regards to the way it turned out. Third round ended up 6-0, and it just kind of made it out of reach, and everybody was kind of just like, yeah, ho-hum about the fourth round. So we decided not to do it. And is that the graphics guy single? He's so dreamy. Oh, good question, Rich. I don't think he is, though. I don't think that he is. So I know
spoken
Spartan.
for, I believe.
Yeah. So... But I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I hope we put a lot of time and effort into this show, and I hope that everybody truly did enjoy it, and it was fun to find out what team you're going to end up on. We will be having a review show each and every single round after it's over with. So after round 1, we'll have that. We won't have any reveal shows because there's nothing to reveal. We'll do a review show that will kind of talk about each and every score. We'll kind of put the points up on the board, and we'll do the scorecards and things like that, and we'll make it fun for everybody. So Justin says all you guys are playing for second place. Was that just a practice draw?
No.
That just a practice draw? No, Fosky, it wasn't. All right. So
no, Fossey. When you wake up, Fossey, you're still going to have Martin on your team.
All right. So. All right. It doesn't seem like anybody has any questions in the chat, so I think we're going to wrap up the show there. Just a little over an hour long. We did a pretty good job there. Guys, any final thoughts from the three of you?
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Good luck.
I think it's going to be fun.
Good luck. It's going to be, it's going to be
different than everybody else.
Good luck. It's going to be something different.
The talent seems to be a little more spread out, so hopefully there won't be any runaways for second place after after the dream team.
A lot of mid-level players here that can really, really, really set a tone.
Yeah, they can change it. That's right. They can change it in a heartbeat, especially with the format that we're doing. That's for sure. So,
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for their viewing of this show. If you've missed it, hopefully you can catch it on the Twitch channel or on the YouTube. I'll try and get it up there this evening for everybody to see. Make sure that everyone reads over those rules once again and be on the lookout for messages in the actual thread on the PSN. Please remember to not put anything in that thread except for announcements or questions that you have about the specific tournament. Don't forget to make your uniforms for your first round. If you've forgotten what your team colors are, you will find those on the website. I'll try and get the website updated tonight as well. And that'll be up there, and your captains will remind you of that. And so when you're playing the rounds, we ask that you are in your team colors so we know exactly who is who. But other than that, I think that's all that I have. So we are going to wrap up this show here and wrap up the Hooking Slice for this Wednesday, August the 8th. So
one thing before we go, I want to remind everybody, tell everybody again. Everybody, we watch these shows. They look great. They take an hour to put on, but just keep in mind, Dwayne spends hours, literally 4, 5, 6 hours.
I don't need a pat on the back.
Presentations together, and I just want to make sure everybody knows that you don't just slap it together and here we go on the air. So we really appreciate it, dude.
Yep, you're very welcome. It's a lot of fun. That's why these are the things that I'll be able to do when we get to 2019 going as well. So, all right, guys, with that, we'll wrap it up. Once again, thanks to everybody in the chat. If you haven't had a chance to do so, make sure you follow us on the Twitter. Make sure you follow us over at YouTube. And also, if you haven't liked us here and followed us here on the Twitch channel, make sure you hit that heart, turn that notification bell on, know when we go live here on the channel. So we'll be back tomorrow with more golf at noon and at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll also have some Ultimate Simulator fishing going on this evening, if anyone is interested in that. So for Rich, for Steve, and for Darren, the administrators of the Galactic Shenanigans Golf Society, I am Coaster Royalty. You've been watching the Hooking Slice on Shenanigans Live, and until next time, we hope you continue to hit the golf ball straight, and you have a wonderful evening.
Peace.